Welcome back, and thank you for stepping deep into the realm of dominant dynamics, where our mission is to elucidate the essential masculine principles vital for triumph and mastery in the contemporary landscape, as the modern world challenges our innate desire to thrive in life. Today, we're walking into great depths regarding the top 3 ways men can reclaim their value in modern society and once again sit on top of the dominance hierarchy which built civilization. Number 3. Developing emotional intelligence. A critical step for the development and rediscovery of value in modern society is for the development of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence as we mean it specifically pertaining to oneself. It refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions more effectively, the understanding of how you are with yourself. A sizable portion of men today need to reacquaint themselves with themselves. The endless barrage of doom scrolling, Netflix entertainment, and X-rated content has burned out their receptors to the point of immobilized zombification. Emotional intelligence in this context is the balanced procurement of one's own internal dialogue, a dialogue which has the vast power to either build kingdoms or ruin the kings themselves, as has been displayed numerous times throughout world history. It involves being familiar with yourself enough to know how your mind works, along with how to trick it into action when needed. And trust me, you're going to go through a gaggle stream of periods in your life where you run the gamut of either being burned out from doing too much to doing so little, where others are legitimately concerned. A well-trained, emotionally intelligent man is cognizant of his disposition to have the awareness to do an audit of his current behavior and mental state, and when needed, making decisions quickly without wasting time in indecision or inaction. All high-value men understand that time is of the essence. And make no mistake, gentlemen, time is the most precious commodity we have. It isn't green paper rectangles with dead guys on it, or cars, or women, or clothes, or houses, etc. So get busy living or get busy dying, as Stephen King once wrote in The Shawshank Redemption. Being emotionally intelligent means having the capacity to identify and label emotions accurately, both positive and negative, and understanding the impact they can have on thoughts and behaviors. This understanding allows individuals to manage their emotions in a healthy and constructive manner, rather than reacting impulsively or being overwhelmed by them. It doesn't mean you're a robot. It doesn't mean you're bad for getting agitated at the influx of buffoonish sheeple we have today. Those are certainly normal emotions, and very useful if repurposed accordingly. It just means you can't stay there. See the emotion, yes, but don't live in it. Take it from my own experience. I've wasted massive periods of time swimming in oceans of agitation. It only exacerbates the issue of limited time. Emotional intelligence is a delicate internal science of sorts, an ongoing balancing act in between the spectrum of acting and overreacting to stimuli, both internal and external, but more importantly internal. Emotional intelligence entails the embodiment of recognizing and comprehending, then analyzing and moving the hell on. Emotional intelligence is not fixed, but rather a skill that can be developed and refined over time with self-awareness, practice, and learning from experiences. By cultivating emotional intelligence, men can lead more fulfilling lives, form stronger interpersonal connections, and navigate the complexities of the modern world with greater ease. And most importantly, not waste time in a mental hellscape which pays no return on investment. The real question you may be asking yourself is, okay, I understand what you're saying and I agree with the premise here, but how? The answer is stoicism. In this context, I mean specifically this. Today, we men are viewed as if we don't matter. Not our finances, not our collapsing demographics, not our economics, not the intentional weaponizing of our family structures. Now we know this is the furthest thing from the truth it could possibly be, of course. However, a more stoic view to understand this is perhaps the single greatest solution. In his now infamous passage, which can be found on BitChute entitled Dangerous Waters, MGTOW speaker Spetsnaz explained, "As men seek understanding, they must come to terms with how we are perceived and the illusion we live in. Our pain, suffering, and needs seem to hold no significance, leaving us vulnerable to a system that can swiftly crush us, leaving nothing but a mere beta drone greasing the wheels, a walking ATM slave bot to the encroaching establishment." Throughout this thought-provoking analysis, he explains the unraveling of a society that subjugates men and redistributes their wealth to women. Propagated by a relentless machine of misinformation, male nature becomes a target, pushing women's needs above those of men and children. We call upon women to recognize their privileges and advocate for systemic reform, but this is unlikely. Since any substantive change in the vast world today is slower than a Karen with her Starbucks order, the solution on an individual level is in fact stoic acceptance. Like it or not, guys, this is where we are at. Out of the 5 stages of grief, acceptance comes last, for a reason, gentlemen. My God, the time I could have saved in my life thus, had I just learned to accept acceptance. We will be diving deeper in future videos in a more expansive approach to various Stoics and their underlying philosophies. But to fully embrace Stoicism in the modern world, men can find inspiration in the lives of famous Stoics throughout history. One of the most renowned Stoics is Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, who emphasized the importance of inner strength and self-discipline in the face of external challenges. His Meditations is a timeless work that continues to inspire individuals to cultivate resilience and inner peace. It should be required reading in order to graduate, and would be if today's schools had any vested interests in building the young men up in their society. But more on that another time. Another notable figure is Seneca the Younger, a prominent statesman and playwright who emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature and accepting the uncertainties of life. His philosophical writings, including letters to Lucilius, offer valuable insights on maintaining composure and serenity in the face of adversity. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, is another inspiring Stoic figure. His teachings focused on the idea that we have control over our thoughts and attitudes, even if we can't control external events. His Enchiridion serves as a practical guide for leading a virtuous life and embracing challenges with a rational mindset. Modern men can also find inspiration in the teachings of contemporary Stoics like Ryan Holiday and William B. Irvine. Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way, explores the Stoic concept of turning obstacles into opportunities and finding strength in adversity. William B. Irvine's A Guide to the Good Life presents Stoicism as a philosophy for everyday living, offering practical advice on living a fulfilling and meaningful life. Much further discussions on the Stoicism in the very near future. Number 2, cultivate authenticity. Look, guys, you're not women, right? Well then don't act like one. It is mind-shattering to me when you look at how robotically similar 90% of today's females act today. I mean literal carbon copy and paste facsimiles they are to one another. The only difference is being a more or less rotund, plump body and head. Same stretch pants, same outfit, same $7 coffee, same bothered snotty look, same dogs, same gaudy tattoos, same tacky nose rings, same propaganda. And sadly, the same assessment can be said for a sizable portion of today's men as well. Don't believe me? Okay, fine, here's a quick test to prove it. Take a second and think to yourselves, how many legitimate guys can you think of in your peer group who are their own dude? And I don't mean the intentionally nonconformist weird guy either. I mean a bona fide authentic individual who has his shit together and uses that authenticity to go out into the world and kick it around. You'd be hard-pressed to think of at best 1 to 2. Damn near everyone today is the same. People are all concerned that artificial intelligence and robots are going to take our jobs. Well, at this point, what difference would it make when 90% of the society are robots? All those dystopian science fiction movies, Hollywood pumped out about that, are actually turning true in real time. And much quicker than I would have thought. Gentlemen, cultivating a legitimately authentic personality can only be attained by understanding character development, influence, intellect, humor, and the development of your people skills. None of those aforementioned skill sets can or will be acquired with your nose buried in your phone, playing video games, or wondering how many points Stephen Curry had last night. These principles have to be tried and practiced, same as anything else. The amount of idolatry and pedestalization we have today are at imbecilic levels. Men today legitimately sit around wishing they were LeBron James or Chris Hemsworth. There is no path forward in life wishing you were someone else. Kurt Cobain once poetically said, "Wishing you were someone else is a waste of the person you already are." Time is ticking, gents. Look at yourself and your life as if it were a blob of Play-Doh. Mold it, create it, and color it however you want. Make a decision about it and move on. It's that simple. Idleness kills manliness. It is not necessary for a man to be actively bad in order to make a failure in life. Simple inaction will accomplish it. Nature has everywhere written her protest against idleness. Everything which ceases to struggle, which remains inactive, rapidly deteriorates. It is the struggle toward an ideal, the constant effort to get higher and further, which develops manhood and character. James Terry White. It has been said that women are human beings, but men are human doings. As men, we have the burden of performance and must do things to survive. It is in the doing, how we cultivate our unique self, authentic from one another, remarkable, capable, memorable, aptly distinguished from the cacophony of sheeple drones who are drunk, broke, and drooling on themselves Monday to Sunday. Cultivate your authenticity, gentlemen. Make it your defining characteristic. Remember, there are 8 billion of us here on the planet, and it's a very competitive, ascending global marketplace. Do something to cultivate your authenticity, and then go out and conquer. If you've never seen it, 1989's Dead Poets Society with the late legend Robin Williams can be very inspirational in unlocking meaning and cultivating your uniqueness as it follows the journey of young men in the late 1950s at a prestigiously strict boarding school. Number 1. Personal development. Personal development is a crucial aspect of a man's journey towards growth, fulfillment, and success. It should be the cornerstone of any high-value man, as it encompasses the continuous process of self-improvement, honing one's skills and expanding knowledge to become the best version of oneself possible. In today's dynamic and rapidly changing world, the importance of personal development for men cannot be overstated. It is the primary way to build confidence. Furthermore, personal development fosters authenticity in men's lives. Embracing their true selves and staying genuine in their actions and interactions allows men to form deeper connections with others, gain respect, and inspire trust. It empowers them to stand firm in their beliefs, make ethical decisions, and lead with integrity. Equally important, personal development propels men towards achieving their goals and aspirations. By consistently setting new challenges and working towards self-improvement, they develop a growth mindset that enables them to embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and progress. This mindset fuels their ambition, resilience, and determination to overcome obstacles on their path to success. Additionally, personal development empowers men to cultivate a sense of purpose and direction in life. It enables them to reflect on their values, interests, and passions, aligning their actions with their long-term vision. As they discover their purpose, they find greater meaning in their endeavors, fueling a sense of fulfillment and contentment. Embracing personal development is not a solitary pursuit. Men can seek guidance and inspiration from mentors, coaches, or supportive communities. Engaging in constructive dialogue and sharing experiences with like-minded individuals can provide valuable insights, encouragement, and motivation along their journey. It is becoming harder to do with changes happening quicker than there are hours in the day necessary to stay on top of it. But just because something is hard doesn't mean you retreat back to a fluoride stare and sports ball coma. We don't do average here, gentlemen. There are systems being invented to help ease the rapid transition so we can get more personal development done. I know the demands are strenuous. I get overwhelmed too. It's only natural. As we take on these new challenges, the limits for what we can handle will also expand, throwing our previous limitation through the stratosphere, giving us a newfound sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. We are here to do our purpose, to find our purpose. The goal in life is to figure out what to do in life, and what the internet can do for personal development today is simply incomprehensible. Just 25 years ago, if you wanted to know something or learn a new task, you had to actually go to your library and check an encyclopedia. If you weren't old enough to have experienced that, let me just tell you it was awful. Most people didn't even know how to find a book, leaving you to rely on Agnes, the fossil librarian hagfish who should have retired during the Carter administration. The facilitation of readily available information for personal development has really leveled the playing field. Gone are the days of needing a college degree you pay $100,000 for outdated information, not to mention the anti-male sentiment that is permeated throughout campuses across the nation. The amount of life-changing content available at your discretion at any time of the day for the price of an internet connection is maddening, and you don't even have to leave your house. George Eliot once said, "It's never too late to be who you might have been," and that is an ongoing, ever-moving task. Being a man in the modern high-tech era is like a captain trying to navigate through an ocean storm and all he has is a half-busted compass. Trends fly and die quicker than a Kardashian relationship, and ascertaining what information to utilize or what to ignore can take a PhD in discernment in its own right. However, by building up your personal development in the portfolio of You Incorporated, you can quickly gain traction towards a more meaningful existence. Not to mention crush your peer group whose only notable accomplishments are knowing a guy's 3-point percentage north of the Mason-Dixon line in November. Yeah, that'll get you far in life, huh? The same people who think endless hours of sports ball are going to lead to increased self-development are the same ones who think one day Lucy is going to let Charlie Brown kick that football. Ain't no way that's going to happen, guys. So let go of the naivety that our pal Charlie has and use that time for solid development building. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you've enjoyed the 3 ways men can reclaim their value in modern society. We, at Dominant Dynamics, are committed to continued beneficial content men can use to thrive in today's anti-male world. If you got value in this message, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.